Hello and welcome back. I have been slowly working through these chickens that we raised last summer. They were very small, so they're not super great for like roasting or just, having like chicken as a meal. They work really good putting them in something and making broth or stock from them. So for lunch, I'm making buffalo chicken dip, which is one of everybody's favorites. And then I'm turning all the bones and scraps into broth because I am very low on broth. I have some in the pantry, but I want to try to use that later on. So I have not done a video in a few days. It's not my goal. It's just been really busy. The baby hasn't been napping, so that's really helping. Deer season has started, so it makes for a crazy time around here. My husband's taking this week and focusing on putting some meat in the freezer, and while it's a lot of work on both of our ends, it is something that is totally worth it. It will supply our family with a good portion of our meat for the year. So while... What happened? Oh, so you got it. So while we aren't paying and for feed and taking the time to raise them every day, like we would a cow or chickens, we do have to put the time in all at once to hunt them and process them. But again, it's totally worth it. So that's what we've been doing. I'm gonna finish this chicken, and today's plan is to start planting our garlic. Aaron put in the rows for me yesterday. Well, he tilled it. We got a load of mulch. He put rows in for me the other day, so the part that I'm not really able to do is done, and now I can go through, and even if it's just an hour here or there, I can plant. I have plenty of time. You want your garlic in a month before your ground is like really frozen, and as long as I get it in before the middle of November, it's been fine. I'm a little nervous about this year because we're in the middle of a drought. We're still not forecasted to get any rain for quite a while, and since we don't have irrigation down there, I'm going to have to do a lot of watering, and that could be a little complicated. So I'm brainstorming and trying to come up with ways to water down there that's not super labor intensive and time consuming. So we'll see how it all shakes out. But in the meantime, I really need to be getting the garlic in the ground so that I can have a good crop next year to offer to our community. Okay, so a few days ago, I had boiled these chickens. I strained off the liquid and used that as stock, and these chickens make the thickest gelatin kind of broth. I don't know if you can see that, but it literally looks like Jello when it's refrigerated. So I use that to like cook our rice in or to make soup, and then I usually just throw the chicken in the fridge until I'm ready to use it. And then once I pick the bones clean, I'll put it in the pot with water and let that simmer for a few hours, and now I've got another broth. Sometimes I'll add carrots, celery, onions. Lately I haven't been. I've just been doing the bones with some water, and then I add it to soup, which I'm going to cook carrots, celery, onions, or whatever in. And this seems to be just kind of working with the flow of the kitchen. What are you doing?
The baby just wanted to come see Mama.
Oh, yes, I'm sure he did. So, but remember, you're in a kitchen, so.
Yeah. Oh, no. Sorry to catch back up again, Mom.
Okay.
Can you tell
It's
me
really
what
as
it's
easy
called
as
him?
that.
Can you tell me what it's
And
called
very cost effective. Turn right around. Okay, we're gonna come down here and get some fresh air. Somebody's being grumpy. And just lay eyes on the animals. The kids feed and water them every morning, but I like to come down here and just lay eyes on them and make sure there's nothing like crazy going on that they haven't picked up on. Nobody's got like the runs or anything. What are you guys doing? Guys are looking good. Looking good. Fence is hot, so I don't want to go near it or encourage them to go near it. I just want to check on them. Chickens are doing good. I need to bring some of the mulch from the garden over and put another layer down. Garden's also looking pretty amazing. I've got quite a few sprouts coming up. No major damage from the last frost. I still can't really get spinach or red beets. Like there's a few things that still I just can't quite get to germinate, so kind of giving up on it. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, the world will not fall apart. Cauliflower bed is looking really good. Cauliflower actually looks really awesome compared to everything else. These are radishes, and I've got some beets coming in, some kohlrabi. I planted an old packet of seeds, and out of the whole packet, I got 3. Oh, I tried to use a lot of old seed this year. This is the broccoli bed, which is looking pretty amazing. And then this is the cabbage bed. I've got some Napa cabbage. Napa cabbage. I like to grow early Jersey Wakefield cabbage. They're smaller cabbage heads. They do really well here, so I've got a bed of them. I've got some Brussels sprouts taking off, doing well, and snap peas are kind of going slow. I don't know if it's the weather fluctuations. It's been really cold, and then now it's like warm again. But the peas are doing good. I need to get out here and trellis them with some arugula growing. Got some chard, kale. It's all looking really good. It's all looking really good considering how much time I have not put into the garden as compared to the last few years. I just feel very spread thin this year, so I really kind of narrowed down the garden, and I'm actually really surprised with how well it's doing considering how hands-off I've been this year. So I think that just goes to show that you really don't need a lot to grow food. I mean, homesteading and gardening has become very commercialized and trendy, so people, I think, tend to promote things that aren't necessary to grow food. You don't need raised beds. I have logs on the ground that hold the dirt in place, and it's working just fine. Costs me nothing. So don't let what you don't have stop you from doing what you want to do. If that makes sense. Like if you want to grow food, go buy some dirt and some seeds and put it in the ground and grow some food. We don't need a lot of stuff to do it. garlic. And this is looking like a mess, but I think I've figured out what I'm doing. In the past, I have always made my beds, put my cardboard down, put compost, and then laid hay on top of it and planted. And this year, I'm doing the same thing, but instead of hay, we are using mulch. So it's all new. Now, from what I've read and been told, you don't mix the mulch into your soil because that will bleach out nutrients and nitrogen out of it. Well, I went ahead and did it like I normally do the hay, and now my mulch is falling in my holes, and I'm worried that it's getting mixed up in my dirt, and maybe I'm overthinking it. But I figured out that I'm just going to lay my paper down on my bed. I'm going to put the hole with the garlic and then cover it up with my amendment and then do a layer of mulch on top. I think that's going to be best because these aren't established anymore. We had to retill. We're basically starting over. So I think that's my plan. I still have all of that to do. I'm going to be here a while at this rate. Don't you do it. I got proof now.
What if the baby does it?
All of YouTube is watching. Rude! Was that you or Noah?
There was the baby.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was the baby. Noah.
Did he shoot you?
He did. All right. I got this little section finished. I'm gonna stop here for today. I think I'm going to talk to my friend tonight, who is very experienced with this kind of gardening. She's very successful, been doing it for a while, and show her some pictures of what I'm doing and just see if I'm even doing this right. I just really don't know, and I don't want to mess this up because garlic is going to be one of our cash crops here on our farm. That's going to hopefully help pay and support what we do here. So not only does it feed our family, which is a pressure, but it could very well help support our family. So it's another pressure. So I just want to make sure what I'm doing is right since it's new, and not overcomplicate it. Like I said earlier, you don't need a lot of fancy things and you don't need to overcomplicate it, but we do need to make sure we're doing it right. So I'm just going to pause here for tonight. I'm going to go home, cook some dinner. We're going to get ready and go to church and have a good night with our church family. So thank you so much for watching, and may the Lord bless and keep you. Until next time.